Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be going through my quite extensive coat and jacket collection, trying them all on, saying what I think about them and then deciding whether to keep them or declutter them from my wardrobe. If things are really tatty and naff, then I will be binning them, and if they are in okay condition or if they're new and I just haven't worn them and I just don't like them, then I will be putting them on my Vinted or possibly donating them to charity depending on like the condition of them. So let's get into it. Here's the first pile. So I've got all my coats in a big fat pile on my bedroom floor. I am wearing just a very basic base outfit so I can just look at the coat for what it is. So I'm just wearing a plain white t-shirt and just some black smart trousers, and let's just dive into the pile. So this first coat is one that I bought really recently. It's still got the tags on and it's from a brand on Debenhams called Urban Bliss, which I've never heard of before. I bought it in a size 12 and it's this sort of like fluffy, not quite teddy material, almost like felt, and it's super long. It's pretty much floor length on me. So I got this in the sale and I got it maybe 2 months ago, so it was just before all the winter coats were like coming back to like full price. So I only paid about £42 for this, which I think is a bargain, and it was oversized already, so it is quite majorly oversized on me now. It's literally down to the floor. I haven't quite had a chance to wear this yet just because it's mid-November and in the UK it hasn't actually got like cold yet, although it is getting cold. So I haven't worn it yet and I'm looking forward to wearing it, and it's brand new and I love it. I think it is very my style. I think it's gonna look really cute with like a beanie and leggings and trainers. So I am gonna keep this. I need to cut the pockets open because at the moment they're still stitched up, and I think, yeah, it does have pockets down in there. So yes, I'm going to be keeping this one. The next one is an oldie but a goodie. This is from Naked Fashion and I got this about 2 years ago now, and as you can see it is going a bit bobbly and it does definitely look like I've worn it and loved it, because I definitely have. It is this lovely cropped like wool look jacket. I don't know if it is actually wool, but I absolutely love this. I love the collar and I love the fact that it's this crop length. I think like it can be smart, but I like to wear it on the weekend to go for brunch and things. I love the oversized sleeves. I think these are so cool, and I think when I bought this it was way before all of the big like kimono sleeve jackets were a thing. So I'm really pleased with this and I'm going to keep this. Although the bobbling is definitely an issue, I did actually buy a really cool gadget, so let me quickly try it out. So this is my fabric shaver. I got this on Amazon. I'll leave a link to it below, because part of the reason I feel like I buy too many coats is because they get a bit worn, they go a bit bobbly quite early on. So this gadget is meant to like shave the bobbles off like your jumpers and your coats, and I've tried it on a couple of coats so far and it really works. So I'll find like a bad bit. And so that has just like shaved the bobbles off, which is amazing. So it's going to take ages to do the whole jacket because basically the whole jacket is quite bobbly, but that's a great money saver because now it means I don't have to replace the jacket itself. So I will be keeping this one and I'm gonna have to shave the whole thing. The next one is this lovely long dark grey, almost like charcoaly colour long coat from Zara. I got this maybe about a year ago and I've worn it loads. I like to wear this one particularly to work. I do think this is a really nice smart coat and I really do like the Zara coats. I don't think this was too expensive either. I think it was maybe like 50 or 60 quid. And it does just go with loads of things. If I'm going for more of like a grey outfit, the sleeves are a really nice length. I do like the collar as well with like the exaggerated lapels. It buttons up, but I never really wear coats buttoned up. I got this in a size medium and I love it very much and I will be keeping it. Again, I've noticed some slight bobbling and I think it's exaggerated just by the colour of the coat. I think the paler colours, you get away with it a little bit more. So this one could probably do with a shade as well. Next we have this one from H&M, which is not on a very good hanger at all. It's on like a trouser hanger, but this one came from H&M. I got this in a size small because it was like a highly oversized coat. Even though I did go up a couple of sizes last year, I'm back down to like the size I was when I bought it, and I do like the oversized fit. Again, this one is quite long, it's like mid-leg length, and I think this one's nice and smart. I wear this to work as well. This is one of my like smarter winter coats, and it goes nice with like my more beige outfits if I'm trying to do like a monochrome beige lyric. And this one has lasted quite well actually in terms of quality. It also has this like fake belt at the back, but then at the front it doesn't have it. Yes, I'm going to be keeping this one. I promise there are ones that I'm going to get rid of. Also, I've just noticed, I don't know if you can see, but I've managed to get foundation on my t-shirt, so. Next we have my obscenely oversized trench coat from George at Asda. I got this in a size 2XL, which is really big for me, but I did really want it to be like huge and oversized. I love the like the extra fabric at the back. It's like a traditional trench coat silhouette, which I love. It's got the tie belt, and this one comes down literally almost to the floor on me, which I love. I think it's just so big, so baggy, but then the pockets are like really low down. But I love how it looks, and it's been so nice these last couple of months where it's been chilly, it's been cold, but it hasn't been like so cold that I needed the big smart like cottony woolly coat. So I love this, and I'll definitely be getting this out again when spring rolls around. So this is a keep. Next we have my absolutely filthy, I don't know if you can see, H&M trench coat, and this one is in like a lighter beige. It's almost, to me, I thought it was a bit green when I first bought it, but it's not really. This one is like not as oversized, but I would still consider it to be oversized, and I ordered this one in a medium. I think I got it in the sale. Again, it's a couple of years old. It has the tie up belt, but this one doesn't have the panel at the back. It's really nice and long on me again, and I love this for work. I love this for the weekends. If I'm just popping out to do the food shop and I'm just wearing like trackies and a hoodie, I'll wear this over the top just to give a tiny bit more warmth. But it's really thin material actually, so it doesn't make you too hot if it's not freezing cold outside. So this is great for autumn and spring, and it's just a really lightweight and comfortable trench coat, and it goes over the top of everything because it is a bit bigger. So I'll be keeping this. Next is my black smart cotton like winter coat from H&M. I got this in a size small, and this was my first ever coat that I bought when I decided I was going to be a beige slash minimal neutral queen. So this is well over 2.5–3 years old, and I remember it costing 50 quid, and that was like the most money I'd ever spent on a coat at the time, and I was like, that's expensive. But I just love the oversized vibes. I love the length on me. It comes down again a little bit lower than the brown one, so I did get called like the Undertaker when I first started wearing this, but I love it. It just goes with everything. Black is just perfect. It's got the pockets, and this one has like a popper dewy uppy thing. It's really warm and cozy, and I walk to work. I walk about 2 miles to work every day, and the reason I haven't worn it so far is because you put it on first thing in the morning because you're freezing, but by the time you get to work you are sweltering in here. I love the big like dramatic oversized sleeves. I just think this goes with everything. Perfect for work, perfect for the weekend or more casual outfits. So this is definitely a keep. Next we have this went viral last year, and that's the reason I bought it. This is the Zara oversized biker jacket. So I can tell you now that this is going directly onto Vinted as soon as this video has been filmed, because I just don't think it's me at all. I think it is way too much. I think it's got buckles, it's got zips, it's got poppers, it's got these things. Doesn't it just look shiny and weird on camera? Like I don't honestly think I've taken an outfit photo or like worn this and thought it looked that good. I think I just got swept up in the viralness of the jacket, and it was like selling out, and I really wanted it because all my favourite influencers were wearing it, which is so stupid. I feel like it was about 50 quid or like 40 quid, and I just don't like it. It just doesn't really fit with the way I dress. So this will be going on Vinted, which I will also leave down below if you want to have a look. Next we have this big humongous fluffy teddy coat with this like overly fluffy material. This is from Primark and I have had this for over 5 years. I had to go to 3 separate Primarks to find this because I saw people with it, or I'd seen like an article and people were raving about it, and I made my dad drive me to 3 separate Primarks just so I could find it, and I really loved it at the time. And don't get me wrong, it's a really warm coat and really good for Primark. I remember only paying about 30 quid for it when I first bought it, and to be honest, like I like the colour, but I just don't think it's very me anymore. The only time I ever put this on is when I'm just nipping to the garage for some milk. There's nothing really wrong with it and the quality has lasted really nicely. It's not really dirty, or if it is, it doesn't really show the dirt up very badly. And it is definitely nice and long, probably quite wearable, but I just don't really like it anymore, and I've had it for years, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think I'll put this one on Vinted as well and see if I get any nibbles. Next I have this pale creamy beige H&M coat, and I got this in a size medium. This is the newer H&M coat, so the black one and the first like dark beige one I ordered pretty much at the same time, and then this one I ordered about a year later because I thought, oh, I kind of need like a lighter one to go with some of my other outfits. And to be honest, this one was like a little bit of a flop when it arrived because it does not have pockets and it's a winter coat. It was more expensive than the other two, but I do really like the colour and I really like the length as well. It's identical almost in silhouette to the other two. It's got the exaggerated collar, it's got the button that you do it up with, and it's got the big oversized exaggerated sleeves. So the only downside to this is that it doesn't have pockets. It's just got these useless flaps, but I'm gonna keep it. Next we have this cropped jacket. This one's from H&M and this is a relatively recent purchase as well. So I would say this is like a little bit smarter and I wear this to work. Although to be honest with you, since I've had it for about 5 months and I haven't worn it that often. I really like the silhouette. It's got like big exaggerated shoulders. I like the buttons, though I wish they were not shiny. It does not have pockets, but I like the length of it. I think it cuts off and it sits in a really nice place, and I do think this is just like, I don't know, a little bit smarter even though it is still oversized. I think I just need to work out some outfits to wear this more because I do really like it. It does have this kind of like textured material, so I'm going to give this one a keep and I'm going to make a conscious effort to wear it more. We are really getting onto the dregs now of this pile, so I apologise. This is a vintage jacket that I bought off eBay. Someone's dad had passed away or someone's granddad had passed away, and it literally said in the description that they were selling on their dead father's items, which is a little bit morbid, but I really wanted a big oversized leather jacket. I am aware that these have come like really back into fashion and loads of the Insta girlies are wearing these because it's almost like the 90s style, but this one is real leather and you can tell because it has that real leather smell, but to me it just looks a bit like a bin bag. I don't think I like leather jackets. Like, the quality is great and it does have that 90s oversized style, but I have honestly had this for probably about 10 years and I don't think I've picked it up to wear it in the last 5. So for that reason, I'm getting rid of it. I'll probably pop it on Vinted because it was vintage when I bought it, so now it's even more vintage. So yeah, hopefully someone buys that from me. Next we have this oversized shacket from ASOS. I've had this for a good couple of years and it's just an oversized denim shacket. It was from the petite section and I got it in a size 10, and to be honest I did wear it quite a lot at first because it was just a really easy jacket to throw on over most outfits. The buttons do look shiny, but when you do it up they're hidden, which is quite good because I don't really like a shiny button. It's got nice big long sleeves, but I think this is a bit of an awkward length on me. I don't know if that's just because I'm a bit shorter or whether the jacket itself is just a bit of an awkward length, but I haven't picked this up to wear this in ages. I don't really like it. I don't think it like says what I want it to say, and it's also not that warm. I think if I was just popping out to run an errand, I would put a different jacket on. So I'm going to get rid of this. Haven't worn it for donkeys, and there's no point in keeping it. Next is this one from Primark, which featured in one of my Primark hauls probably not too long ago. This is one of their winter coats. It was probably only from last year. So I got this in a size medium, and I would say it's oversized. I got this because I absolutely loved the colour, and I spotted it in the shop, and I think it was only between 25 and 35 pounds, so it wasn't expensive at all. It had pockets, and I do really like it. However, the length is like just not quite as long as the H&M versions, and it's also unlined, so you can see like the pocket from the inside, which makes it look a bit cheap because it is a cheaper version. And so I'm gonna get rid of this because even though I haven't had it for like very long, I've since bought better quality ones from H&M, so I'm gonna keep those instead. Like I've got a dark beige, a light beige, and a black, and then this is just kind of like a bit in betweeny, so I don't feel like I need all of them taking up space. But it is a lovely winter jacket. I just think I've got nicer quality ones that like cost me more money, and I don't wear this one because I've got the other ones, so this is one for vintage. Next we've got my beloved old vintage Levi's jacket that I've had for about 10 years. My dad took me to Camden Market to buy it for me for my 19th birthday, and I remember I wanted it so badly, and we spent ages looking around all the vintage markets, and we finally found it. So I literally lived in this for most of my 20s. I wore it to work when I was working in the pub. I wore it everywhere. I absolutely loved it. It still fits perfectly, to be honest. It's the exact right size for me. I love the fact that it's got inside pockets. You can fit an entire bottle of wine in the inside pocket, just so you know. And there are 2 of them. So there were times at festivals where I was walking around with 2 bottles of wine in my inside pockets. I've taken this on holiday with me. I took it interrailing, so it went all around Europe with me. It is sadly just totally filthy now. I'm gonna run it through the wash because I think, you know, Levi's jackets are built to last, and this one still looks really good and it still wears really nicely. But you can see on the collar, like, what is that? That's gross. So I'm probably gonna put this through the wash. It's got stuff all over the cuffs as well. I've always worn it with the cuffs rolled up, so this could be like egg from 2014, I don't know. Yeah, the reason I don't want to keep this is just because I think I loved it so much, but I just never wear it because it doesn't really fit in with my aesthetic anymore. I love it, it's a really good jacket, but I just haven't worn it for upwards of 3 years. I've kept it for the sentimental value, but there is no point keeping it, so I'm gonna wash this, see if it survives the wash, and then it's gonna go on Vinted. Next we have my Matrix jacket trench coat thing. This is my like faux leather Primark trench coat in black, and this is in a size 14. I've had this for maybe about 2 years now. Again, I loved this when I first got this. I wore it loads and loads and loads when I first got it. I wore it to work all the time, and I thought it looked so good, and it does look quite nice. What I definitely realised though quite early on is that it's not very warm at all. It looks like it's probably quite warm, but where it's not real leather, it doesn't have like the insulating properties of real leather. So there have been many times I've been walking home from work freezing because this just doesn't keep you warm. I feel like this was a dupe of the Zara like faux leather trench that came out around the same time, so this one was definitely cheaper. It's interesting actually because every leather jacket I've come across so far I've wanted to get rid of, and this is the same, to be honest. Even though it's nice and it's in really good shape, I've worn it a handful of times. I've worn it maybe 15 times, so it's in great nick, but I just don't reach for it. I don't put my hand out to grab for it when I'm getting dressed to go for work in the morning, so I am gonna get rid of this one as well. Wow, we've made it to the end. This is the final jacket, and this is quite a recent purchase of mine. This is from Reserved, and it is called something like the Relaxed Wool Cocoon jacket. So I found this in the sale when, do you remember the Zara jacket that went viral? It was essentially this, possibly a couple of shades darker grey, and there was the photo of the girl in the mirror with the hands in the pockets and the massive oversized sleeve, and it just looked amazing. I love the fact it has no collar. I love how that looks. This doesn't have like any way of fastening it at all, and it's unlined, which I don't really like, but I love this jacket. Again, it cuts off like just under the waist, which I think is really cool. I just think it's really like easy and slouchy, and this goes with loads of things, and I wear this to work all the time. It's one of the jackets that it's not the warmest or the thickest, even though it is made of real wool. Like, well, it has wool in it. I don't think it's 100% wool. But this is the jacket that I would now throw on if I had to run to the garage for some milk. Or this one also looks amazing when you dress it up. So I'm definitely keeping this one. I love this one. It's a really nice shade of grey as well. So we have finally made it to the end of the video. Thank you for helping me go through all of my coats and decide which ones to keep and which ones to get rid of. I will leave a link to my Vinted down below if you liked any of the jackets that we are ditching. And now I have to begin the long process of tidying up and putting everything back on my hanger. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for clicking on my face, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye! So here is the aftermath. What a mess.